We wanted to include a robust multiplayer game for Size Matters, and we included the default modes such as Deathmatch, Team Deathmatch, Capture the Flag, and now a new mode called Iron Lombax, where it's two teams versus each other trying to complete objectives. But a lot of these objectives involve resources that both teams have to fight for. So not only are you completing objectives, but you're also fighting amongst yourselves, trying to complete them at the same time. And it's a pretty exciting mode. You can avoid other players if you're not that combat oriented and just try to complete the tasks on the fringe. But if you're still into deathmatch, you can also mix it up with the player during this mode. Iron Lombax mode is different for each map. No map shares the same Iron Lombax, and we wanted to create something that was unique and in its objectives. We didn't simply want collecting bolts or moving around certain objectives or defend or attack. So we came up with various steps for each one. On one level, you have to run around with the suck cannon, sucking up Martian cows, and then firing them into a converter, which we call the cowverter, which turns them into a hamburger crate. From there, you have to use your polarizer to carry the crate back to your restaurant's cargo truck and load up 2 trucks. First team that does that wins. If you, like I was saying earlier, if you're really in a deathmatch, people carrying around a crate are vulnerable, and you could try to kill them and steal their crate and bring it back to your restaurant instead. So there's a lot of tension and fighting in between. But if players want to kind of coexist, they can run and do their own tasks without fighting if they want to. Other levels too include, one of the levels I mentioned earlier was you can strap on a homing beacon, run across the level past a bunch of hover mines and train them all into the enemy base in an attempt to destroy it. And at the same time, that base is trying to do the same to yours. So we tried to mix it up, make it a little bit different for each and every level. The Nemesis list was an interesting concept we came up with at High Impact. And basically, it allows you to track the person who's defeated you the most in Capture the Flag, Deathmatch, Iron Lombax. And you'll be able to see this person and track them and invite them back into games for kind of a grudge match to redeem yourself. So if this guy has repeatedly beaten you in deathmatch and is consistently on your nemesis list, I can invite him to a game, bring him back in, see if I can even out the score a little bit. We try to create a couple different map sizes for multiplayer. We have a couple very small maps, a medium one, and then a fairly large one. And throughout these levels, we have shortcuts to and from objectives, which also includes shortcuts in Capture the Flag. Hidden throughout these levels, too, we also have mod upgrade crates and crates that also level up your weapons. You can level up your weapons normally during fights, but these give you a little bit of a leg up. When you do that, though, you want to make sure you hold on to the weapon, because if you're killed, the other players can take them, and then they'll have that mod too. We wanted to incorporate both. Ad hoc for quick gameplay amongst people in the same room, get together with your buddies, have kind of a party atmosphere, play a couple of games. But for people who are a little bit outside your range, distance-wise, a couple of friends back in Virginia, we incorporated the infrastructure mode, so you can play with them now too, across the internet, as long as you have a hotspot. We're very excited about the multiplayer at High Impact. We think we've really provided a robust and interesting modes and gameplay for the players to experience. It's going to be coming out early next year. I'm definitely looking forward to seeing it out there and seeing the buzz about it. I think it's definitely a worthy purchase.